If you're in a leadership role, something I feel you should know if you're working with employees, something that will help you with your coworkers, help get more out of them. Everybody is seeking motivation. Everybody wants to know what motivates your employees. I would tell you that you need to start having some more in-depth conversations with them, get to know them a little bit. And what you need to know about motivation is there's two different things with it. There's intrinsic, which is a naturally occurring behavior. It's coming from within inside. And then you have extrinsic, which comes from outside. That's generally artificial. It is something like a reward or a treat that gives them their behavior. Now, you also will find out through getting to know your employees, a lot of people will confuse desire with motivation. Desire is a wish or a want. Motivation is a reason behind your behavior. So once you figure out why they're acting a certain way, why they're behaving a certain way, you figure out if their motivation is intrinsic or extrinsic. Then you can help guide them to what they desire or what they're working towards. So understanding that desire is a want or a wish, and that motivation is the reason behind your behavior, that is your action. Everybody knows that you're going to get more results out of action than wishing and wanting. So figure out through conversation, getting to know your employees, whether their energy is intrinsic or extrinsic. If you're having to constantly push that extrinsic behavior, you're going to have a tough time getting them to turn it intrinsic. That employee or that person needs to take that and make it become part of the way they are inside and make it natural, so you don't have to constantly give them money, give them reward in order to get them to do what they should be doing normally. A great example of that would be with like CSI. There's a lot of bonuses that are tied to customer satisfaction index. If it's part of their behavior and they're just taking care of customers because that's right, you don't have to reward them so much on the paying them on a CSI bonus, giving them month to month, but make it part of their behavior. You'll get a whole lot more reward out of that by getting that employee to just take ownership of it and make it part of their own internal behavior. What is your motivation? There's a few ways you can ask yourself that own question. What's your motivation at work? What's your motivation at home? What's your motivation in your social life, whether that be with your family or your friends? And what's your motivation with your hobbies? Is that reward that you're seeking, is that intrinsic or is that extrinsic? What are you constantly seeking in both of those? And if you're honest with yourself, you understand a lot more about your behavior and then therefore understand more about your employees' behaviors. And if you're having questions on whether or not you're identifying it properly as intrinsic or extrinsic, go ahead and ask in the comments down below. We'll follow up with you and let you know what we think.